Hello, this is Brian McVeigh, and this is the final for EDL 955 School Plant with Dr. Robert Moody at Fort Hays State University. Start out with USD 496 Pawnee Heights, a combined school of Roselle and Burdett. The school was forced consolidation in 1966. Interesting that each school chose a color, so we are blue and red. Both schools were tigers, so they just kept that mascot. According to the 2010 census, Burdett has a population of 247 and Roselle a population of 156, which just puts us just over 400 people with both communities combined. We are a agricultural-based community, mostly crops, wheat, some soybeans. There is a few cattle, but mostly crops, and there are no large industries of any kind around here. So, a lot of farmers. As with small schools, you always have people notoriety. You always claim to fame. So we claim Dr. Clyde Tombaugh. He has been credited with discovering Pluto, and his childhood home was in Burdett, so we claim him. We also have Harold Patterson. Harold Patterson from Roselle. He's the first athlete to letter in 3 sports at KU: football, basketball, and baseball. Later became known as Prince Howell of the Canadian Football League, and is in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, and he still holds records today. We also have the animated football coach at TCU, Gary Patterson. He's been there since 2001. So that's our claim to fame for our small communities of Pawnee Heights. Some demographic information. Our current enrollment is 121 students in grades K through 12. We're about split 50% male and female, just shy of 50% of free and reduced lunches. So we're a rather poor community. In ethnicity, we are 91% white, about 7.5% Hispanic, and I find it interesting, 0.84% other. I always think other is an interesting category. We have 6.4% English language learners, and 10% of our students are with disabilities. Our special education services are contracted with Tri-County Special Services in Larned. We also have 41% of our students are out of district. That's a big chunk, and so we're going to try to keep those students coming. Otherwise, if you take 41% out of our 121, that's not a lot of students. So we're really relying on area schools to help keep our district alive. And we bus close to 55 students every day. And additional for athletic practices and stuff, we have a lot of buses going. Our staff consists of 1 administrator. He is our superintendent and K-12 principal. We have 20 certified staff. We have 4 support staff, 6 classified staff, and then 8 additional staff, the Rule 10 coaches, substitute bus drivers, etc. So we are a small district. Excuse me. Our district area consists of 283 square miles, mostly all in Pawnee County. We do have little snippets in Hodgman County and Rush County and Ness County, but mostly it's all western Pawnee County. And our budget standing at $1.65 million with a capital outlay of just shy of $500,000. So I'll take you on a short, quick tour of our facilities at Pawnee Heights. Here's a view of the front of the school. Some of the concerns we have. In front, there's a bench that is dedicated to a student who died while texting and driving. There's a bike rack also for a student who died on his way to work one morning in a car wreck, fell asleep at the wheel. And then just left of the doors will be another bench there in dedication of a superintendent that we had for many years here, Mr. Patterson. And so it's a concern that we're turning into a memorial school. Don't know what to do about it, but kind of a concern. Here's a view from the office door, the front hall. That young lady's heading out to the front doors. There are doors, that bright light down at the far end is also an exit door. Immediately to the left, the double doors, is to the gymnasium. Our gymnasium, rather small gymnasium. There are 4 rows of seats on each side. So if you have a big event, it gets quite busy, full, and very loud. This is also the area for our stage for music concerts, dinner theater, graduation. We do everything out of this here. So it's a multi-purpose room. Here's a shot of our cafeteria. Again, rather small. We have 3 different sessions of lunch that come through here, different age groups. And the art teacher also takes advantage of this room by posting art here on the ceiling from her students. Good way to show off her kids' artwork. And those get changed out periodically. Here's a picture of our shop classes, metal, small engine, and auto. We also have junior high science and art in this building as well. It is separate from the main building. Here is it's probably the most recent constructed building on our campus. This is the music room and weight room and 2 locker rooms in this building. Interestingly, that in 98 or 99, our superintendent was finishing his school plant class, designed this building, and had it built. There were a lot of lessons learned during that process, between fire and handicapped accessible, and all those things play a role in the design and construction of this building. Here is a shot of the mobile unit we have for our 5th and 6th grade. Didn't have room in the main structure for them, so we have brought in a mobile unit, and the superintendent is considering putting in a permanent structure here some point down the future, looking at some different options. Here's a shot of the football field. This field has been empty for 5 years. We've not had football at Pawnee Heights. However, next year we are bringing junior high football back. That's pretty exciting. The town and community are pretty excited about the idea. We've contracted our football with the neighboring Larned, both junior high and high school, for the past 5 years. We just didn't have enough kids to have a team. And so next year we're going to have enough boys to have our own football. So we're excited about that for junior high. High school will still be contracted with Larned. Here's a playground area that's located at the west end of the football field, inside the track area. This is still in kind of development stages. There still need to get some more equipment here. We're kind of short. Concerns here are there is no fencing of this area at all, and anybody has access to this. It's an open field behind the trees there, so we're on the very north end of town, but still, there's no fencing, no safety precautions in there. Here's a shot of the furnace room. I found this room to be extremely clean, well kept. Been in furnace rooms before where it turns into a storage room. This is very clean. The furnace itself, boiler itself, was replaced in '99 and runs very well. So that's a good thing to see within your structure. I did want to talk real quick about the Four Horsemen. The indoor air quality, there are no noticeable concerns. Don't know if it's been tested. Nobody does. We have 5 exits in our small building, and so we have a lot of circulation of air throughout the day. Asbestos was checked, removed in '93, and then checked again last year. It's all clear. We have no asbestos concerns. Under water management, the school water is supplied by the city of Roselle. The city did put a new filtration system and pump station in 2011. It did improve the water supply, but has not helped much with the taste. They are checking other filtering systems to try to improve the water taste. The city does have the water checked regularly, and it is always found to be safe. And under waste management, we do have recyclable containers in the building for plastic, tin, paper, everything. And there is a refuse container just outside the cafeteria, and that's picked up once a week. Overall structure conditions. The building was built in 1955. The main structure is in fairly good shape. The plumbing's pretty darn good. Steam pipes actually crawled in the tunnels a little ways. They look really good considering how old they are. I did see a patch or two, but overall, oh, and the tunnel's very clean too. I'm amazed by that. Exterior is fair condition. We'll see a picture of that in a little bit. The roof, good shape, was replaced by angled metal roof in 2002 after a disastrous roof collapse. So that was taken care of in 2002. Pavement parking, I believe, is pretty poor, and camera surveillance, I believe, is very poor. So our areas of concern, here we have a shot of the outside of the building with a lot of old, outdated window air units, glass blocks, single pane windows. This is not efficient at all and needs to be updated. The heating system, again, here's a shot of the boiler system, and it works well. However, there are hot and cold spots throughout the building. That has to do with radiator flow, shut-off valves, and those all need to be attended to. That's just not good to have one room cold, one room hot. Here's a shot of the parking. This is a pothole. There's many more in the background there. You can't really see them at this angle, but they're bad. It's really bad. In fact, the bus goes over this one and makes a pretty good jump every time. So they really need to come and take care of this parking area. Gym lights. This is a concern. All these are fluorescent bulbs, old fluorescents. You'll see some not even lit up here. They're burned out. By the time we bring a lift in and replace the bulbs and get the lift back out the door, more bulbs are burned out. It needs an entirely new lighting system. And I do know our superintendent is checking into that for possible next year. So should be able to see something change maybe there. Here's a shot of the decaying structure that concerns me. They have you'll see glass block. This is plywood around this air conditioner. There's some old straps above the window. They've been cut off and held an older air conditioner, but here's cement that has broken away. I think this all needs some very serious attention. Here's one camera that points to the back parking lot. It's the only camera we have showing any exterior areas. I really think we need cameras on all entrance and exit areas. And that's not too expensive. We could do that. I want to show buses. This is a good bus. We have a couple others that need to be replaced. But I did want to point out how this driver, we talked about when he used to park to the side of the road and the cars would drive by even with the stop sign up. And we talked about how to stop that. And so he just cuts at a 45-degree angle, parks it, unloads the kids, makes sure they're all on walks or safely off the street, and then he'll pull out and go on to the next stop. That stops anyone from coming through. Works very, very well. Here's a tornado shelter. We have no underground tornado safety at all. On the left is classrooms, on the right is the gymnasium, and after seeing the storm damage in Greensburg and in Oklahoma, this is just not good. Talking about the standards we've hit, there are others, but I chose these: motivating learning environment, evaluate management and operational systems, protect welfare and safety of students, and collect and analyze data pertinent to the educational environment. Concluding, as with any small towns, our community great support. Seldom anything happens unless it's a school event. Our staff's proud of our students. Our superintendent is very sensitive to the employees, the students, patrons. He does a great job, but mostly the students seem happy, feel safe, and are learning. And after all, that is what we're here for. That concludes my presentation for EDL 955 School Plant. Thank you.